Coach, anytime a new coach, especially an offensive coach, comes into a new team, there's always a question about how the personnel fit what he likes to do. I know obviously A&M put up a lot of points on Thursday night, but how well do you think their personnel really fit what Coach Fisher likes to do?
I mean, I think it fits very well. They've recruited extremely well. The skill, offensive line, quarterback, running back, receivers, tight end. Sounds like they really found a great one there. They recruited very well on the offensive line. So, I think there's misconception that he's a I-back guy. He's going to run I. He's going to run two tight personnel, one back, two tight, two back. He's going to line up one tight and two backs. He's going to line up and spread probably 60 to 65% of the time. And that's who he's always been, and that's what he's done since he's been down there. So he knows how to utilize the personnel and put them in, successful situations, and both scheme and situationally. And so he's just getting them all moving in the right direction. So
that first game, granted, it was a little lower in competition, but they were doing a great job of getting the running back in that alley outside the tackle. I mean,
or the alley on the inside. Of the
or the alley
too.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Travion Williams looks like he's got everything that you want out of a big back.
Yeah, he's very explosive, got great balance, good speed, good vision, instincts, and can really accelerate. So he can run through trash, and get outside, and split the defense. So very, very good player.
Kellen Mond looks like he'll break contain, but he's always keeping his eyes down the field, or it looks like it did
he's
tonight.
got just good awareness and good. Just very savvy, with what he's doing. Doesn't get rattled, and keeps his eyes again down the field to make things happen and extend plays. So those are always the most dangerous kind of quarterback.
Brent, does the familiarity of game planning against Jimbo help in this game, or is it still, hey, these are plays we haven't
faced?
faced?
It doesn't hurt. You still have to go out and play well and execute. And it really matters what your players know, but there's some familiarity on both sides.
Yeah.
So it can be negated, I guess, to a certain degree, but I'd rather have a little bit of background than not, for sure.
I went back and looked. I think you've been to College Station maybe 6 times as a coach, and maybe more than that. What are some of your memories of going into that environment? I think you even went in there maybe your first year at Oklahoma, playing or coaching in that type of place.
Yeah, 1996 was my first time at Kansas State. I mean, it's a very difficult place to play. The fans are engaged from the beginning to the end, very well prepared. There's a lot of pageantry with the military, and again, their fans, they do a great job of staying on cue, and they put a lot of people in there, very passionate fan base, and a prideful fan base. So we've been in a lot of tough environments. This will be another one, and very as much as anything, you got to be able to have poise and focus to be able to not get distracted, because there's a lot going on outside of the field itself.
We talk so much about X's and O's, but that's a different kind of a heat. So has it been good that it's a little, been a little hot here recently to kind of get you ready for that?
Yeah, it's going to be warm. So it's very muggy. It'll be probably a little breezy, and so the elements are good here, to get us ready for that.
Brent, what did you like about this past Saturday's game, and what are some things you might want to
Just the most pleasing thing was just being, excited to play. You would think that that's, gonna be the case, but you never take it for granted. It's easy to get excited to play, certain teams, and then hopefully if guys love to play, that's what shows up, and I think that is what showed up, and right from the very first snap. So again, our intensity and our passion, our focus was there, along with the excitement to play. And but again, overall, I thought our positioning was really pretty good, and tackled fairly well. A lot of things to correct, and that we'll need to play better when we play good start. You got to play a lot of guys, and when they got in, for the most part, they played well. So that's good for morale. It's good for experience, developing depth, all of those things.
Brent, you mentioned
Isaiah Simmons and how he did.
Yeah, I was pleased with Isaiah. You know, Isaiah showed up and did some things really well in both coverage and in run support and his alignments. Handling again his first time out there. You know, I was pleased with Isaiah.
Brent, you mentioned getting a lot of guys in the game on Saturday. Asked Coach Scott earlier, asked you the same question. Did any of those guys impress you enough or give you confidence enough that you feel confident putting those guys in that environment come up Saturday? The new guys.
If they're getting on the bus, you know, we feel confident enough in them. So they've got to earn the right to play snaps. That's what you always do during the course of the week. But absolutely, you know, a bunch of guys played, and again, a bunch of guys played well, and everything matters. So that's a big part of it, though, getting in the game and then performing well as far as building that trust.
Coach, you mentioned their tight end, Sternberger. How much of a matchup problem do you think he is in the passing game?
Yeah, he's tough. Can run really good routes. Has good speed, and you know, knows how to manipulate you, and you know, got fantastic hands. So we'll have our hands full underneath for sure.
Just watching it live and briefly the replay, Nolan Turner and Denzel back up the safety. I mean, just first glance, I'm like, those guys did pretty
Yeah,
well.
so very pleased with their fundamentals and the technique and their eyes, and tackled well, fit things up well, and but that's what we've seen in fall camp too. You know, it showed up in the game, so that was pleasing.
Coach, the decision or intention, at least as of now, to redshirt Skalski, with the new redshirt rule, how much of a luxury is that just to have that situation and be able to let him heal completely?
Yeah, that's nice, and obviously it helps you have, you know, some depth as well when and if you need it, whether it's a matchup issue or somebody gets banged up. So it's good for everybody. And it's a long season, a lot of wear and tear on the body, and so this gives guys an opportunity to gain experience, add depth, and again, you know, it's a developmental game, so the more they can play, the better, and certainly in live situations.